Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Triple H recently made some comments about one of the most prominent forms of feedback to WWE receives, claiming that it did not hold as much importance as it seemed to. A former star of the company, EC3, also talked about the issue and the game's comments on it. The internet wrestling community has become a major part of the WWE universe, with a large number of fans voicing their opinions on each and every segment. However, in a recent interview with Andrew Scholes, Triple H mentioned that this feedback could be very misleading, since fans during the shows were, more often than not, excited to watch the program. Furthermore, merchandise sales were also a good indicator of the company's success. Speaking on the Wrestling Outlaws, EC3 was asked to comment on the importance of the internet fans. He said the Stamford-based promotion recently acquired Lucha Libre AAA, which marked a major step in the company's path forward. Veteran journalist Bill Apter, however, thinks that another acquisition may be on the horizon. Speaking on WrestleVote's Q&A, Apter talked about WWE potentially purchasing the Puerto Rican wrestling promotion, World Wrestling Council. As of now, it remains to be seen what Triple H plans to do next. In an unexpected development that has the wrestling world buzzing, WWE Chief Content Officer Paul Triple H Levesque has found himself at the center of a brewing controversy after comments he made during a recent interview seemingly downplayed a crucial aspect of professional wrestling. While promoting the build-up to SummerSlam 2025, Triple H spoke candidly about the evolving landscape of WWE and its focus on elite-level athleticism and cinematic storytelling. But one particular comment has drawn sharp criticism, especially from one former WWE star who believes the game crossed a line. In the interview, conducted with a major sports outlet, Triple H was asked about the current direction of WWE under his leadership and the growing influence of international talent and mixed martial arts style grappling. His response was direct and confident, but also dismissive to some. What we're trying to do is move beyond the old-school emphasis on mic time and character shticks that don't translate globally, he said. Wrestling in this era should be less about silly promos and more about delivering world-class physical storytelling in the ring. The business has outgrown the days of guys talking for 10 minutes about nothing. Many praised Triple H for his clarity and vision. Others saw the comments as a veiled shot at the very foundation on which the wrestling industry was built. The art of the promo, charisma, and character work that have helped create some of the most iconic names in the business. One such critic is former WWE Intercontinental Champion Elias, now going by his real name Elijah Sampson on the independent scene. In an exclusive conversation, Elijah did not hold back on his thoughts. Triple H has done a lot of good, no doubt, Sampson began. But when he says stuff like that, it honestly feels like a slap in the face to guys like me who made a career not just on moves, but on connecting with the crowd, on telling stories with words as much as with action. Elijah, who was released by WWE in late 2024 following a run on NXT and sporadic main roster appearances, explained that he doesn't believe the issue is personal, but cultural. I understand where he's coming from. He's trying to position WWE as more of a global entertainment brand than ever before. But when you strip away the silly promos, you lose the soul of the business. Guys like Dusty Rhodes, Jake Roberts, even The Rock, they weren't just wrestlers. They were storytellers. They made you feel something with a look, a line, a moment. That's the magic. Are we really ready to lose that? Their reaction online has been swift and polarized. Fans have taken to social media to both defend and criticize Triple H's remarks. Some believe that in a world of short attention spans and streaming culture, character-driven wrestling may feel outdated. Others say that without strong personalities and voices on the mic, even the most spectacular matches can feel hollow. A veteran backstage producer who chose to remain anonymous offered additional perspective. I've worked under both Vince McMahon and Hunter, and I'll tell you, the philosophy has definitely changed. Hunter is about clean, high-impact wrestling. He wants it to feel prestigious, like a legitimate sport. But I think he underestimates how much fans still crave the outrageous, the absurd, the unpredictable. Those moments that only happen when someone grabs a mic and goes off script. One of the more vocal supporters of Elijah's stance has been AEW's Chris Jericho, who tweeted cryptically just hours after the interview aired. "The day wrestling becomes only wrestling is the day the circus loses its clowns. And who the hell pays for that?" While Jericho didn't mention Triple H by name, fans were quick to connect the dots. This latest drama also arrives at a sensitive time for WWE. With rising stars like Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, and Roxanne Perez anchoring the new generation, there's been a conscious shift in the company's tone. Less reliance on the over-the-top gimmicks of yesteryear and more emphasis on intense competitive wrestling. But critics argue that this evolution may be leaving behind some of the very elements that drew fans in the first place. For Elijah, the issue is less about nostalgia and more about balance. I'm not saying go back to the days of giant hammers and fireballs, though honestly, those were fun. But let's not act like charisma doesn't matter anymore. You take away the promo, and you lose the performer's voice. Not everyone can flip like Ricochet. But everyone can speak their truth, if they're given the chance. He'd also hinted that his experience with WWE left him feeling creatively stifled. "I pitched stuff, songs, segments. They told me cool, but let's focus more on your match timing. That's when I knew I wasn't in the right place anymore." While Elijah says he has no bitterness toward WWE or Triple H, he acknowledges the conversation could be a turning point in how fans and wrestlers alike view the future of the business. "I love this industry. I'm still doing it every weekend. But I'll always believe that wrestling is more than headlocks and flips. It's the promos that stick in your heart. It's the lines that echo. It's the moment when you believe someone's words, not just their fists." Triple H, for his part, has not responded directly to Elijah's remarks, but sources close to WWE say the comments were not intended to insult past performers, but rather to reflect the evolving strategy of a company now operating in over 180 countries with billions of social media impressions each year. "Hunter is all about legacy," the source said. "But he also wants WWE to stand next to the NBA and UFC in terms of presentation. That takes a different formula than what worked in the 90s. Still, the tension between tradition and transformation remains. As wrestling enters another era, voices like Elijah Sampson's remind us that evolution doesn't always mean erasure, and that the heart of wrestling may not lie solely in the ring, but in the stories told before the bell even rings. And for fans watching at home, this debate touches something deeper. A reminder that while super kicks and suplexes might dazzle the eye, it's often the words before and after that truly move the soul. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.